Once upon a time, in a hidden glen surrounded by towering trees and sparkling streams, there lived a tiny community of fairies. These fairies were not like the ones you might read about in storybooks. They were playful and mischievous, with shimmering wings that glowed in the sunlight. Each day they flitted about, tending to the flowers and helping the animals of the forest. Among them was a particularly curious fairy named Lila. Lila had bright blue wings that sparkled like sapphires and a heart full of adventure. While most fairies were content to stay within the safety of the glen, Lila often dreamed of exploring the world beyond the trees. She had heard tales from the elder fairies about the wonders that lay outside their peaceful home: vast meadows, bustling towns, and even the shimmering sea. One sunny morning, Lila decided it was time to see these wonders for herself. She gathered her courage and set off on her journey, promising her friends that she would return with stories of her adventures. As she flew over the treetops, she marveled at the beauty of the world below. The sun painted the fields in shades of gold and green, and the rivers sparkled like diamonds. As she ventured further, Lila came across a meadow filled with colorful flowers. Each bloom seemed to dance in the gentle breeze, and the air was filled with the sweet scent of honey. Lila landed delicately on a bright red poppy, her eyes wide with wonder. Just then, she noticed a group of children playing nearby. They were laughing and chasing each other, their joy echoing through the meadow. Intrigued, Lila decided to get a closer look. She fluttered down to a patch of daisies, careful to remain hidden. The children were picking flowers, weaving them into crowns and garlands. Lila watched as they placed the crowns on each other's heads, their laughter ringing like music in the air. She felt a warm glow in her heart, wishing she could join them. Suddenly, one of the children, a girl with curly brown hair, looked around as if sensing something magical. Lila held her breath, hoping to remain unseen. But then, the girl smiled brightly and exclaimed, "Look, a fairy!" She pointed to Lila, and the other children gasped in delight. Lila's heart raced. She had never been seen by a human before. Gathering her courage, she decided to reveal herself. With a flutter of her wings, she emerged from the daisies, sparkling in the sunlight. The children gasped in awe, their eyes wide with wonder. "Hello, little ones," Lila chimed, her voice like the tinkling of bells. "I'm Lila, the fairy of the meadow. May I join your fun?" The children cheered with excitement, their faces glowing with joy. They welcomed Lila into their games, and together they danced among the flowers, laughed, and shared stories. Lila showed them how to make flower crowns, and in return, they taught her how to play tag. She felt a sense of belonging that she had never known before. As the sun began to set, casting a golden hue over the meadow, Lila realized it was time to return home. "Thank you for the wonderful day," she said, her heart full. "I will treasure these memories forever." The children waved goodbye, promising to remember their magical friend. Lila flew back to her glen, her wings sparkling brighter than ever. She couldn't wait to share her adventure with her fellow fairies. From that day on, Lila often visited the meadow, bringing stories of friendship and laughter. The fairies learned that the world beyond their glen was filled with wonders, and that sometimes the greatest magic of all was found in the bonds of friendship. And so, Lila's adventures continued, reminding everyone that the world is a beautiful place, full of surprises just waiting to be discovered.